Hello and welcome to another exclusive review with me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz, where last year we had over 12 million minutes viewed on YouTube. You can check out all of our hundreds of interviews and reviews at celebrityradio.biz. This week we're in London for a new musical for London. It's Little Miss Sunshine, a 3.5-star musical. Based on the Oscar-winning film Little Miss Sunshine, opened in the West End in April 2019, followed by a nationwide tour. This is a show of two halves. The first act is beautifully staged, acted and crafted. It's a tender story of a young girl's dream amidst the reality of family secrets and life. The musical is gritty and covers all of the buzzwords in 2019, including fat-shaming, trans homosexuality, peer pressure, porn, unseen disability and naturally passive aggression.
Little Miss Sunshine tells the story of a young girl's dream to be a pageant child star. Her father's devotion leads to a road trip of hundreds of miles, with predictable calamity along the way. There's the gay uncle. There's the brother who can't speak. There's old wounds that remain open and the pressure of being a family in modern life. It's a compelling story, driven by a little girl's dream to be a star. Unfortunately, she doesn't necessarily have the looks, discipline, or talent to win the contest. She just wins our hearts. Add into the mix a grandpa who is trouble. He causes endless laughs and is light relief throughout, until tragedy strikes the family in Act 2.
Act 2 is mostly camp old nonsense and loses its heart and class despite a devastating opening few minutes. Overall, it has quality tunes, a tight script and superb cast. Little Miss Sunshine is definitely worth a visit, although I'm completely confused how this intimate and tiny show will go on tour and fill barns like Bradford Alhambra. The show is small in scale but big in heart. The entire show is driven by the hugely impressive Gabriel Vick, who has a tremendous voice and energy. He's perfectly cast and is utterly believable, as is Laura Pitt Pulford, who plays his desperate wife. Gary Wilmot is a perfect naughty grandpa and fills the stage with his warmth. Laura and Gary will not be appearing on the UK tour. Evie Gibson is an adorable Olive and wows with her charisma and is the life and soul of the show. What remarkable talent and confidence at such a young age. The Arcola Theatre is a pain in the ass to get to. It's a good 30 minutes from the West End, as it's not on the Underground. Surely this has to be the show's biggest problem. Is Off West End a new thing? The room, an old factory, is peculiar, as most watch the show from the side. Having said that, the intimacy of the room adds an Edinburgh-esque atmosphere to the show, and it's only here for a few weeks. The six-piece band were quite brilliant, and the music is formulaic, but nevertheless well-written and beautifully performed. There isn't a weak link in this cast. Vocally, it's superb. The show itself is perfectly paced in Act 1 and literally drives at 100 miles an hour. Act 2 is somewhat of a mishmash, and for me, loses its heart and punch. I have to admit, I found myself zoning out at some points, wondering why I cared about the story towards the end. It became more Hairspray and Priscilla, whereas Act 1 had the heart and pathos of Billy Elliot and Blood Brothers. The show has many laughs and they're delivered with punch. By the end, after the obligatory Turing clap along, the audience left satisfied. A 5-star cast with a 3.5-star show and a set that is perfect for this tiny and intimate theatre. You've been listening to another review by me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz, where last year we had over 12 million minutes viewed on YouTube. You can check out all of our hundreds of interviews and reviews at www.celebrityradio.biz. Ta-da.